The way that Julius Malema is currently getting humbled by these election results is honestly such a sight to see, because he honestly thought that he could disrespect South Africans and get away with it. And we said, see you at the polls, Mr. Julius Malema. For those of you who don't already know, we are currently in election season. We voted on the 29th of May, which happened to be on Wednesday. And slowly but surely, the IEC has been releasing the election result. Okay, so currently, at the moment, I think we have counted just over 50% of the votes, and we've got a firm top three. Obviously, ANC with an average of about, I think, 42%. That one could have been expected. We knew that the ANC was going to win, but obviously we just wanted the reduction in power, right? We have a strong second, which is the DA, surprising a lot of people by getting votes, but obviously people are saying that the reason why that is happening is because the black vote, and I say that in air quotes, has been split, right? And then surprisingly, we've got like a barely 1-year-old party, the MK party led by Jacob Zuma, firmly at number 3 and has overtaken the EFF. And honestly, I'm super happy. I'm honestly so happy, because the thing is, when you're arrogant and you refuse to listen to reason, you contribute to your own demise. We all know that for the longest time, Julius Malema has been advocating for the open border policy. He's been insulting South Africans, calling us domkops, bedwetters, telling us that we're xenophobic purely for not wanting to accept the open border policy. And honestly, guys, you guys showed up. You guys showed up on election day, because it is honestly so shocking to see that the MK party has overtaken a party that has been established over 11 years ago, I believe. It's honestly so amazing to see that South Africans are the patriots that we are, and that we respect our people, and that we want to put our interests first. How can Julius Malema be so confident in saying that he wants to advocate for an open borders policy? How could he be so arrogant in saying that he doesn't want to put the needs of South Africans first? How could he be so arrogant in saying that we are domkops and that we're so xenophobic? All of those things have led him in hot water. All of those things have contributed to the demise and the fall of the EFF, because if you do not want to listen to the people, if you want to act like a dictator, the people will show you that they can easily take you out. We are the people who decide who stays in power, and we are the ones that decide when to take someone out of power. How are you able to tell us that you want us to open the borders of South Africa because you have a pipe dream of uniting Africa? Why does Africa have to unite in South Africa? Let's start there. Why can't we unite Africa in Nigeria? Why can't we unite Africa in Congo? Why can't we unite Africa in Egypt? Why must the unification of Africa happen in South Africa? And why are all other Africans in agreement of this except South Africans? He played himself so beautifully in these elections, played himself so beautifully, because he was arrogant. He was looking at the not the voter turnout. He was looking at the attendance or the turnout on stadiums. He was looking at what people say on social media, but he forgets to note that majority of people are not sitting around and typing on social media. Majority of the people who were voting, I assume, were quiet because we knew exactly what we were going to do to him at the polls. We knew we were going to humble him come election day. He did say he didn't want our votes. We didn't give him our votes because he doesn't deserve our votes. Until he can learn to humble himself, to apologize to South Africans, and to put the needs of South Africans first, he will never take presidency. He will never take presidency. And honestly, the reason why, in part, the black vote has been split is honestly because when he started speaking about the border policy, a lot of people who were initially going to vote for the EFF decided to jump ship and vote for other parties. And that's why the black vote has been split so much in these elections. He deserves it. He really does deserve it. If the EFF knows what's good for them, the best thing that they can do for their party is to replace this guy and his pipe dreams and his ideologies and wanting to promote socialism. Where has he seen socialism work? Where has he seen communism work? Aside from China. And guys, we cannot compare ourselves and our economy to the economy of power, because we do not have the manpower of China. China alone has over 1 billion people who are dedicated to working to improving China. Advanced technology. They have a mass that is actually learned and knows how to develop things on a mass scale. And that is why they were able to become become the powerful communist force that they are today. We cannot compare at the moment to China. And by saying that we're refusing an open border policy, we're not saying that we do not want Africans, we do not want to unite Africans. We're just saying that currently as South Africa, we are not at the stage to unify Africa. And why is everybody nominating us? Why is everybody nominating us to unite Africa? Why must it happen in South Africa? How many countries are there on the African continent? And everyone is in agreement that Africa needs to be united on South African soil. Never, never, never. And for Julius Malema, I want him to actually, humble himself in front of South African people and see that he has made a dire mistake, that he has literally fumbled his bag, because had he not been going on about nonsense, he would have been either the president of South Africa or a very, very powerful opposition. And now he's not, he's none of those. He's embarrassed. The only thing that he is right now is extremely embarrassed. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, obviously, the votes are still coming in. Anything could happen, but we are at over 50%. So I don't think that, they're going to be taking the presidency. And by they, I mean the EFF. Tell me what you think about this in the comments section, and I'll see you in my next upload.